Let me take you through Mathematics Maseno, July mock. Maseno, July mock. Was the first question. I will take you through the question and the answer so that you can practice using this paper at home. Thank you very much. So the first topic was approximate and error and approximation. So this is a question, and I will give you the marking scheme so that you can see the way after you practice it, you can see how it was supposed to be done. So this is the percentage error. The next question was on Surds. When you are given this kind of, remember you're supposed to multiply with the conjugate. You're supposed to multiply with the conjugate of the surd. What happened? You're supposed to now this the conjugate of this the first part is root 3 plus 3 root 2. This is the conjugate. So you multiply the numerator and the denominator with the conjugate, and you multiply this part with the numerator and the denominator with the conjugate. The conjugate of this one is root 3 negative root 2. So after that, then you simplify the numerator, then the denominator, you will do a square minus b square, meaning you will take the first, that is root 3 squared minus the second term, root 2 squared. And the answer is going to be 3 minus 1. So the denominator, the answer is the minus 2. The denominator, the answer is going to be 1. So that is how you handle that, as you can see from the marking scheme. So you see the denominator, the way you do it, it is simply like that. And then finish up with the numerator. Question 3, that is question 3. Yes, you can read it through the question. Calculate the total time taken to fill the part. So if suppose it was you, how would you have done this? So look at the marking scheme and practice these ones and make sure you get this as the answer. Logarithms. Remember the rows of logarithms. This is very simple, so I can take you through this very fast. This one means this 2 was here, so this is the same as log 4 x plus 2 raised to power 2 minus log base 4 3x minus 2. That's what it means, is equal to 1. Now the log and log is the common factor here. Just put 1 log 4, open the bracket, that is x squared, x, not x squared, but x that is x minus 2 squared. Remember in logarithms, when it is minus, it means division. So you divide by this 3x minus 2. And the answer is 1. Taking the concept where we have log, base 10, 100 is equal to 2. This is the base, this is the power, and this is the answer. Therefore, it means if I want now to rewrite this one in index notation, I will say 10 raised to power 2. This is the power, will be equal to 100, right? So do the same with this one. This is the base, this is the power, and this is the answer. So from there you solve that, like you can see here. Very nice. Expansion. By now you know how to expand. So here we have our expansion here. I want to show you how to apply your expansion. Use how to get the 1.9 raised to power 5 using your expansion. So once you have your expansion here, now here you come and rewrite the expansion you are given. 2 minus 1 over 3x raised to power 5 is equal to 1.9 raised to power 5. Do away with the cancel this one, so we have right terms together. This one will come this side. We will have minus 1 over 3x is equal to 1.9 minus 2. You will find that it is negative 1 over 3x is equal to minus 0.1. So from there you will find that the value of x is equal to 0.3. Now you substitute this one in your expansion and get the answer. So this is the expansion up to x is equal to power 5 raised to power 5. Then our x is this one, you substitute. After you have substituted, now can you check using your calculator that 1.9 raised to power 5, this is the answer? You confirm because you can easily make a mistake. Solve this. So remember the rule that said the concept of sine theta square plus cos theta squared is equal to 1. It means that if I have cos theta square is the same as 1 minus sine square theta. That is a concept you need to use because of this sine. You need to convert this sine square theta x into this. So you replace this with x. So it means that sine cos x squared is equal to 1 minus sine square x. So you substitute and do this way. You are going to solve it and get the value. Then use the unit circle. You need to use the unit circle where we have acts. You remember that in Form 3. That is what you need to use there. Making the subject of the formula very simple. Always whenever you are given the denominator, that is the first thing you need to eliminate. Can you eliminate this denominator here? You multiply this side and this side with the denominator. So say k times n plus 2 over d is equal to m, because you will multiply here times n plus 2 over d, and this one and this will cancel out. So open this bracket, I have kn plus 2k over d is equal to m. The next thing is that again remove this denominator here, d. You can find the LCM or multiply d every term. Times d here, this cancels times d here. So we will have k n d plus 2k is equal to m times d, md. Now we want d, bring this side. We will have k nd minus md is okay. Let me just deal with this one. I don't want negatives. I will take this to the other side. 2k is equal to md minus knd. So kd is common. That means it is d into m minus kn, 2k. But remember, we want d as the subject, therefore divide by both sides by m minus km. So divided by m minus kn, m minus kn. This goes, therefore it means d is equal to 2k over m minus kn, and that is what you are required to do. externally division, mark that. That is external. If it is external, it means that this one is 3 to -5. That's what it means. 3 units and then -5. The quantity p-value is this one. Yes. Locus. The commercial arithmetic, appreciation and depreciation, you can see here. Give your answer to correct one decimal place for instructions. If you are given one decimal place, always dare to that. Under transformation T, triangle ABC is mapped onto triangle that whose vertices are this and that. Calculate the area of triangle ABC. We have the translation, remember, object times translation, object plus translation is equal to object image. Object plus translation is equal to image. The equation of a circle is this. The radius of the circle is this. Find the coordinates of the 2 points, the center of the circle. So we are looking for the center. We are looking for the center. Remember the general. The gradient function of a curve is this. The gradient function of a curve is given by this. The curve passes through this. Find the equation of the curve. So you need to integrate. You need to integrate this function because we are going back from the. Remember, we have the y over dx. So to get y, you need to integrate this one. And that is the equation of that. So number 17, they gave it mixture. So if you are good in mixture, you can do that. Number 18 is statistics, min-max, standard deviation, and calculate the number of students who scored more than 68. Number 18 is the statistics tool. So min-max using assumed mean this, you need now to calculate the min-max. You follow instructions, you have been given assumed mean, and that is the one you are going to use. After that, you calculate the standard deviation. Then after you have done that, you need to confirm how to use a calculator to confirm your answers, how to use a calculator in statistics. If you don't know how to do, after you finish watching this one, click on the description. There is a link for the video on how to use a calculator. I will put the link there. Link for the how to use the calculator to confirm statistics values. So the answers for that, this is what you're supposed to do. Get the assumed mean, and then get the mean, the standard deviation. Number 19, it is sequence and series. This is a topic that you must work hard to understand because it never misses and it will not miss. So be rest assured that this one is there. So just make an attempt to get this D and then answer this other question. Yes. So you can see D and A is there. Then the sum is given there. Then you can see this one as it has been handled. So also try to do the same. Number 20 is linear programming. I don't know how many of you can do linear programming, but if you are good in understanding English, you can do linear programming, no problem. So this is the answer for that. That is the answer for that. Probability. A bag contains 6 red, 4 white, 5 blue. 2 balls are drawn at random from a bag, one at a time, and without replacement. So that's very simple. Very simple. Actually, that's okay. When you hear that kind of question, you need to just draw the free tree diagram because it is without replacement. Once you have picked, then there's no returning. And they have picked diamond. So we have red, we have white, we have blue. So how many balls were they picked? The balls that were picked were 2 balls. So this one will be 6 out of 15. This one will be red, white will be 4 out of 15, and this one will be 5 out of 15. So since there's no returning, that is, this one will be 5 over 14, like that to the end. So you can say this is 5 over 14, 4 over 14, 5 over 14, like that. That is the tree diagram for that. Use the tree diagram to probably that the second ball drawn is red. The two balls are of the same color. No white ball is drawn. At least one ball is blue. At least one ball is blue. So use these answers to revise and to do the practice. Use the answers to do the practice. You write a question down on your exercise book, you do it, and then you check using the answers. So this is another question we are anticipating to find in an exam this year. This is a very, this question has missed. Is it 3 consecutive years? Now this year, we are expecting this question. So remember, be aware on how to fill these tables here, how to fill these gaps using a calculator, and how to draw the graph following the instructions given. If you have been given the scale like this, remember to follow the instructions. Now the table has been filled for us, and the graph has been drawn. Once you draw this graph, make sure if this is for the, like this one was for, we have y sine 2x. So if this graph is for y, so make sure you write that y is equal to sine 2x, something like that. So whenever the one which is represent, the cap that represents that equation, write it there. And there is this question which gives learners a lot of difficulty. You have to solve the equation sine 2x is equal to this. What this means is that find where the two curves are meeting. Where the two curves are meeting, that's where you read so here, at this point, these are the values you need to read. Read the value of x here, and that gives you the answer. Where the two curves meet, they are equal. They are equal. Longitudes and latitude is another question which we are expecting. So make sure you are good in latitudes and longitudes. If you are not, then just search longitudes, latitudes by Online Solution TV, and you will find my videos I have done on latitudes and latitude, and you will be grateful at the end of the day. And finally, we have matrices form 4, a shear factor. We have the shear here. So if you are good also, you can attempt this. It is a very simple topic. Shear factor and the invariant lines, all of those are very important.